Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another session. Nasdaq is moving toward the high side. I took a quick scalp toward the upside. I made like 200 bucks. But I think what we're going to do right now is take it short once we break right over here. We'll see what we do here. I'm very interested in see what we do if we break the lows. We just did. Nice.
Yeah, not really doing too much, still down at 1%, but we do know that a lot of our viewers, obviously, guys, really like this. So, you know, we're going to keep...
Dude, come on, don't do this to me.
Hopefully be able to find some trades in these plays. But, you know, basically a 6 break is what we're looking at here for AMC. So let's just see if that comes through. That's my exciting play there, if that does come. But, yeah, ACB, Aurora, and Tilray, guys, all falling down here off that halt. Was Sundial, $49.
Order filled.
There's some moves backside. Probably profit taking is my guess here today, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. And look, GameStop pushed into this 53.50. Now, there was a bit of a level in the afternoon yesterday at 52.50. I just shorted off of that one at 25. So risk with slippage, of course, like 25 pennies, possibly even double that depending on what liquidity looks like. If it comes back to the pre-market top, that's 51.50. That'll be like probably 50 to 75 cents worth of target for the first out. If I can get it here, come on, I'm on the bid. I'll get more aggressive there if I can. I'll try to take it out in front of that 51.50. If that breaks, I'll be looking at 50 even as the next profit target. But almost like I was just too slow to get that last little leg out there. I mean, 51.60 was on the bid, touched that price, and ran away from me. So GameStop actually looking a little bit strong. Got to make sure my stop triggers here. I don't want to get caught on the short if it does want to break 52.50, that is.
Yeah, here we go. And then Afria too, 22.50. Maybe we're going to see if that can go there if it wants to. But again, I'm not sure, guys. If that 22.50 goes, we're only going to give it 50 cents and then get out at 22. But that's going to be my play right now.
Order filled.
Upside right now on Did we get it there? No, we didn't. On Afria, that's what we're looking for right now. Rebound back upside here on Afria, guys.
Okay, so it looks like it's bouncing off that high right, off that low right there.
For now, but I just want to go back to if I can. There was another.
I don't know. I think we're gonna go down today on the Nasdaq. Maybe that's just me. We'll see what we do here. ADR. What's interesting today is ADR is kind of like the ADR from yesterday. So same ADR level right over here. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bearish on it today. Because I've seen this kind of same patterns overlap each other. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we do here.
I mean, I don't know how crazy the stock is going to go, but we are giving it back down.
We did bounce off that low really aggressively. So we'll see. We'll see if today we start grinding up and then start chopping up in the upside. If we do, then we could see maybe a kind of another short squeeze toward the downside again. So we'll see about that.
Oh, we did. Breaks through 22 and we get out. So one more time through 22.50 in case we get the runner, but we got to stop doing this every once in a while. We are long Neil right now, 62.27, and then we still have we're dug into Uber right now as well. So let's see where that goes. What's up, Brent?
Just a heads up, guys. We saw that volatility come in yesterday about this time, so expecting things to get a little bit volatile here if we do start moving back to the downside. 5%.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep an eye on Nasdaq. Unlike yesterday, I missed the move. It is what it is. We're ready. We're ready to see what Nasdaq does today. If we see kind of a second day of aggressiveness like we did yesterday.
It is seriously consolidating on VWAP and this 280. If it breaks 280 down, I think maybe I'll take the short. I was about to take it off of this in front of 290.
Euro USD looks like it's trying to push up. Again, looks kind of bullish. You got some divergence off this level right over here. So I didn't catch this in time, but this could be a really good risk reward setup for yourself. So putting divergence right here. All right, and then you have the break of the 50. So that's fairly a good kind of a red or green move that you see right over here. Fairly good kind of engulfing formation right over here. So red or green move kind of formation right there. Bullish engulfing. Put your stop right there. You just have to make sure that you want to see confirmation. So from right over here you have.
So there's a nice little 25-cent win for that. So we haven't done this yet today, but we'll hit a banger for this one. And then right now, guys, we are dug into Uber like we said we would be.
So you have the RSI up in the buy zone, and then the MACD above just slightly into summer. So that does give you a little bit confirmation toward that end, and it does make sense that it's going to break out toward the high. So you would have gone about right now about almost 1 R. Let's see what exactly it is if it continues to push higher.
on Stain. Guys,
Oh, are you absolutely kidding me? I just saw a 3 million share order get absolutely chewed up and spit out on Sundial. That was completely insane, guys. I thought it was going to be a bit of a break that I could catch. I got O2s on the way back on this thing.
Tesla's up pre-market, which is pretty interesting. You know, I am kind of a little bearish on it for the time being.
If it opens above that Hulk price,
Let's see.
off of that level, like I was doing the short in the other direction, so you just sort of flip the things around, and the same type of play is going to work for you.
Oh, Nasdaq is literally just falling through the roof right now. Look at that. See, so we did see rejection off top, which is something that I'm keeping a really good eye on. It could be choppiness toward like both ends, but I'm gonna try taking a short right now. Once we break toward the low.
In real life, so I took it off too early, and it was going to look bad on the chart when we shorted at the 87 off that 4 level.
I'm still in my USD JPY trade, guys. Like, this thing has literally been kind of ranging the last couple of days, so I'm just chilling with this. Obviously, like, it's just basically there. So I mean, it is what it is, you know. We're just gonna wait and see what exactly it does. My stop loss locked into profit, so I can't lose in this trade, right? So we'll see what this thing does later on the week. Actually, I guess tomorrow, since tomorrow is Friday.
Yep, yeah, we're long Neo, Brendan, but we're only long 62.25 right now. We did get out at 62.50 there a little bit. Our Afria trade, though, revenge the dish served high, I guess. Nice little move here on Afria as we go long on that name and continue to make a little bit of money there. Hopefully that keeps coming through for us, though, as we need to get that cash. So we're going to make that trade.
GameStop is up 2% today.
With Afria. Uber finally
AMC is down to $5.72, so I'm actually out of that. I'm actually out on GameStop, not GameStop, but AMC on my option play. So I only have a few shares because I honestly do believe in the company itself. So I have like I think 150 shares on AMC. Wait, give me a second, guys. This dude just keep calling me on Instagram. I have no idea why. Don't get distracted. Alright, guys, sorry. This dude just keeps calling me on Instagram. It's kind of annoying because I'm trying to focus right now. Yeah, this could be something to look at right now on the Nasdaq.
I don't know that I've seen too much like it there, but quick enough the first time to get that long, but not to get that short off of the 375. If it does try to bounce down, remember 3 even was a big level. I don't even know if that can hold up, but that's what I'll have to watch for next. Looking at Tilray, that's back below that, barely below that 50 mark. Brendan?
I mentioned the news on Coke and CRM. Salesforce. Coke showing some strength here, just popping up through $50, guys. Came back, actually held once already at 50, so relative volume on Coke. Guys.
I guess they don't, yeah, we talked about Coke earlier. I guess they don't love this Uber trade here, but yeah, we're making money backside now. Long Uber 61.32. We did have a big long earlier. Some averages.
So we got some divergence on top right now. So we'll see what we do here.
How high Uber can fly right now to the high side, obviously, as we go. But sorry, that's Afria high side talk there, 23.50. There it is. We get back in. Sorry, we don't get back in. We get out more here as we're right back to VWAP. What a great trade this was, guys. This is 85 cents of the money. So Neil's going to take like 5 cents, 10 cents maybe on Sundial, which is great. And then you can just trade a little bit crazier ones as well, depending on your style. And I think that that's a big benefit of the show. You know, trading different names with same space, different ideas. And here we go here with Afri to the high side, guys.
Brennan? Tesla. Big move for Tesla so far. Just had volume alert go off here. You can see at the bottom. Volume still
So we get divergence right over here.
820, so 2%
Could be, you know, RSITL is coming down to the sell zone. MACD, it's trying to go into winter mode. So it could be a good sell, risk reward wise. You do have like a 23-point stop, so fairly big. But honestly, this would be 1R to me, 0.94R. I would honestly take profit and close it and lock myself a break even once we hit this level.
There we go. Of course, that was a big level. It's ramping up through there. Look, if it breaks 825 in the event that that actually happens, we get situations. Remember how much chop and problem it had in that 840 to 860 range, and I'm looking 850 square in the face is a bit of a culprit. So it could run into some trouble. The market is basically flat, but Tesla is on the run. That 800 was obviously a great and fantastic level for a bounce on Tesla. Sundial looks like maybe it's settling down off 350, so the short side trade through there could be more.
Okay, yeah, same thing here. Afria does, I mean, that's what I was saying, same thing. Afria does come, you know, right back down. So, yeah, good thing we got out. We identified that level, and now we don't get hurt because we identified that level. And I just think that that's something that's really important, guys, trading off that VWAP. So, we get in and we get out there like really great trade for us on Afria, but there it is, in and out on Afria. We still have a little bit there, but we are noticing that level. Let's see if it can break. I want to hold the rest, just in case we do get one of those crazy days.
Looks like we're trying to push up, so we'll see what we do here. Honestly, I'm still bearish on it. Like, I think since we're grinding up on the open, I think we are going to see a big push toward the downside. This is just my opinion, because I've been trading the market. I've been trading this specific instrument for such a long time that it just, you know, you just notice some things, you know? Just like yesterday. Yesterday, I knew something was up. I knew something was not like, was not like normal. So, and that's what happened. We saw a flash crash. So we'll see.
Market earnings were absolutely enormous for Sonos, guys.
Yeah, and Naked Brands, which I know another mover here, guys. I mean, there's plenty of names moving up 35%. It made a break at pre-market high. Well, through pre-market highs and then through $2, which is a better level. Just pulled back off of 2. I was able to quickly get some shares there at 01, so almost a perfect entry. I quickly threw it in the chat. Didn't want to interrupt too many people there, but it's up to like 210. Anytime it pushes through and it's like right at 10%, it's a bit of a reversal. I will take profit all day long in front of that level. I don't expect necessarily that I'm going to hold it through a 220 break because when it's on 140 million shares, it's not Sundial, but there's enough liquidity to make multiple trades here. I'm going to be getting in and out on these names. They're going to do $500 million.
You can't hear my voice. Anyone has that problem too? No, it should work for everyone. My mic is actually is on. I can see it right here.
Direct market access, I should say, and we can get in out as many times as I want. I've already made 245 trades today, which is usually a day's work, and it could be 1,000 to be honest with you by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, 1,000. Yeah, I'm normally in that gang too. So 1,000 share trade gang. I think yesterday was 800 or so for me. But okay, Uber still to the high side. We just took a little bit more out there, and I know I said that not too many diamond hands over here on that stock because of earnings, but it's going to be slightly negative, and it all depending on where we come up to now. I think we'll just see if we can retake some of these highs again. So I promise I won't take any more Uber out unless we break the bottom. So let's just wait to see on that one. Hopefully I can moonshot as
Interesting.
well. AMC GameStop,
All right.
you guys want to look at a little bit of that? I know 568.
Well, that's doing that. Euro USD is trying to push higher.
Neil prefers game, so that's not doing anything. And I wish Twitter was doing something. Second day play, but not doing anything. So that name not going anywhere. We'll wait to see if that takes up the top. And then the one that I love, that I'm not sure why
I'm also looking for Euro JPY buys. As you can see here today, so yesterday you saw me trade Euro JPY, right? So we took some trades. We made about like half a percent on our trades, right? Not half a percent, excuse me, but half an R on our trades. So yeah, I mean, like as you can see here, we rejected off that top, off that zone, and we came all the way down. And now we're actually trying to push Like we broke all the way down. There's some divergence. So as price action is falling, RSI is rising right over here. So you know, again, bullish divergence, right? So and then it pushes up, breaks through the 50, comes all the way up higher for the day, right? And now we're at literally, we just broke toward the previous high from this level right over here from February 8th, and now we're looking for kind of a push higher. So very nice move today on EuroJPY. Let's see if we break toward this zone, which this is a really significant zone because again, you know, this is a zone that price action has kind of dispersed for like over, I think, a couple of months. So this is a really significant zone.
Yes, it is a fan favorite. It's one of my favorites as well. I lied, I guess. I had an order sitting there before 62 to get out of Uber, so we did get out of too many shares there. We meant to hold more, but I just had an order there, so I didn't.
Ooh, Nasdaq is pushing down.
Uber, so believe me, I believe in that as well. So let's just
Order filled.
Uber. We do have some downside action here on AMD. We did take that long there on AMD, so let's wait to see.
All right, I'm scalping it. I wasn't able to take the day trade.
But that's AMD right now long. You can see on the board right now, 92.21. We have our AMD long.
Order filled.
Scaling in just for a second.
Scramble to get. Usually, a lot of times we'll have shares available to short and fill, right? And 1.5 cents. Wow. Really breaking the bank.
Big time expensive.
I'm gonna pay a penny and a half per share to be able to get this this low cake because I want that 45 in the event that it takes out the low of the day. So that's locked and loaded, and I can now.
Comes all the way down. Let's go. And we're about to hit that level.
Order filled.
Closed out. Because that's a significant level, so I'm just gonna be sure. But look at this move. We're trying to continue going down. I'm looking for the red or green move on the 15 second. But look at that move. So I was looking for the break of the 200 EMA, go basically from EMA to EMA. Now there was no significant confirmation in my end, so this was a riskier kind of a play. That was a great trade.
Order filled.
I'm in again for the break of the 800 EMA.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to win on AMD when the Nasdaq is tanking right now.
Nasdaq is taking. We're just breaking toward the 50 right now. If we break toward the 200 EMA, guys, we could see a big continuation fail again. So let's go. I'm actually in right now on my MT4 account on the break of the 800 EMA. So let's go. Yeah, we're in profit right now in our MT4 account.
Oh my goodness! So 45 break, no chance. Couldn't get.
Okay, so we're bouncing off that level. That's something to be kind of a little bit keeping an eye on that. So it's looking like it's trying to bounce. I may just get out for a quick loss, just to be careful with if it does actually bounce off that level.
Sundial bounces off the top. I'll probably fade into the short instead of trying to catch a breakdown. Brendan.
Another earnings name to look at, guys. Market coming off here. Tyson Foods, TSN, negative, big time, 5.5%. Catching a bit of a bounce here.
Yeah, my stop is going to be 137.0025. So it pushes back up. I'm gonna be out at that level.
Yeah, we're just looking here. AMD finally starting to go a little bit, so we're feeling ways about that one. Hopefully that can go to the high side as well. We're gonna see that Afria, a nice little buy at the bottom there, 21 and change, out some there at 50. We'll wait to see if that one can come back upside as well for us. And then Uber's making moves and AMD's making moves. So
looks like we're pushing up from that level.
Let's just see if we can hold it.
Yeah, I talked about fading into it. I saw 25 to 30, bit of a level on the level 2 there. Faded in because I can't catch it on the break, and Sundial I had to short the pop, which that's the other way to say it. I guess it's easier for us to understand if I think short the pop.
Coming down now again. Let's go. See a significant push. Obviously, guys, we're gonna try to bounce off that level because again, it is a significant level. It's a universal level. And crap, my water tastes disgusting.
Now, I was about to say if it retakes 3, no chance I'm letting this go back past 325. So even though my price is a little better than that, not going to be a break-even stop. It'd be a hard out at 325. That turn, these turns are violent on Sundial when I see them, but I'm telling you, look, this is what happens. Flush at 4, it rolled over here at 360, it bounces off the same low, guys. We're still working with a 276 bottom, rolls over at 325. So each time it's bouncing a little bit less and less. So one of two things is going to happen. It's either going to hold 276 and be a rocket ship back to the upside.
2000, Russell 2000, it is trying to bounce off the high. It is rising right now.
Exactly. So we just got out of our Afria there. We tried it one.
I should have bought it last night. That was my fault.
And that doesn't work. So out of Afria, see ya. Wouldn't want to be on that play. So we're gonna
Dow
wait to
30,
see
we are
what's
break
gonna
even
come
right
these
now.
days. We did
Breaking
get
toward the
some
50
double dead
makes
there,
sense, just like
some 44s,
Nasdaq.
38s there.
Same as S&P 500, we're breaking toward the 50. So it looks like all the indices are in correlation right now at the current moment, except for the Russell 2000. The Russell does its own thing.
Will come to us with any fire. If there is any news on a possible price, we know it was 43, so we'll wait to see on that one. I am taking the long on Bumble, so hopefully that'll come through for us at some point today as well, live on the show, so you can see how we trade that. But I'm gonna go long Bumble just so you guys know.
Hey, shout out to Omar. Omar, why don't you share your markups for that? That'll be awesome if you can share your markups toward you know, our group chat, and I'll share that in my Instagram as well. Because I was looking at EuroJPY and I was like, okay, so I mean, like it makes sense trying to trade the range. Like even though it's like I'll say about a 50 pip range, you could still make more than 1R on that range. So very good risk reward if you took it off that 50 level. And basically right now it's literally at max ADR. So you know, if you're holding a piece in, props to you. You can definitely, it could definitely literally push, it could break toward the zone right now and continue going higher.
Order
I'm out
filled.
right now real quick. It's trying to spike up at that level, so I'm out. I took a small loss. This is my trades real quick just to show you guys. Sold here, sold here, sold here, sold here. Bounce off that level. Literally, it's just, again, like it's email to email. Like whenever you're trading significant levels, guys, it's just, you know, it's just that, guys. Like it's a significant level. You know exactly that it's going to bounce. There's a very high probability that's going to bounce. So it came all the way down here, and I close out here at the bottom. Literally at the bottom, just perfectly close it out at the bottom, just perfectly. And then now I tried selling it as we saw kind of another counter formation, but kind of failed, and I closed in with a small loss right over here. So it is what it is, but I'm just currently seeing what we do here. And apologies to all the mechanical level scalping system members right now. I still have to do, like, I'm still doing all my markups for like last week and this week, so I'm gonna release that as well as the new kind of section for the course with the checklist, you know, giving you guys graphics for like the checklist, a specific checklist PDF, and as well as another video going over, you know, how to look for you know, really good entries and etc.
Order filled.
We should take some profits when we get this kind of stuff happening, especially if you're bouncing up to VWAP, guys.
Yeah, and speaking of bouncing, here's no bounce. So the first bounce is why I got in and out of mega.
Order filled.
I just closed out for a quick scalp. I'm just scalping toward the EMA to EMA right now.
So the 195 high is in play. It's still, you know, technically speaking, showing some support. But if it cannot break back above 2,
Looks like we're rejecting right there off that EMA. So we'll see what we do here. See if we continue going higher or we break toward the 50. Awesome, Amor. Yeah, I'll appreciate it if you send that on the group chat. You know, because I did take a small loss on Nasdaq 100 last night. I think it was like right over here. Or was it? Yeah, it was like right over here toward this level. So I took like a 0.10% loss. And that was just because, like, you know, I knew that if it breaks toward the 50, we could see maybe a good flush. But we didn't see that flush, so I got out early. Not for like, I got out like 0.4R. Like 0.3 or 0.4R. So I got out really early, and eventually they'd push up and continue going higher. And the reason why I didn't really like the trade was, you know, we weren't seeing a lot of volatility. Number two is the MACD and TDI was rising on the 15 minutes, so that's usually not a good sign whenever you're looking for shorts on the 1 minute. Okay, looks like we're bouncing up again. I'm actually in my short right now on my MT4 account.
Hey guys, yeah, 10 o'clock, close enough to 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets here. We are positive, but ever so slightly. S&P 500, 0.15%. You can see the Dow just barely 0.03. NASDAQ trying to lead again, which is good to see, 0.3% for both the composite and the 100. Look at the Russell. Small caps continue, 0.75% to the upside today for the Russell. Here in Toronto, the TSX is negative. Brazil looking good, up about 1.4% if you're joining us down in Brazil. Good morning. Pinterest from the watch list, guys, at a big level here, 84.50. We did break it this level from the pre-market 85, but tested 84.50. Looks like it's breaking now. If it doesn't hold, long way to come back if it wants to on Pinterest after that Microsoft tie-in. MicroStrategy, as far as cryptocurrency stocks are concerned, this one coming back in a hurry today. 1120 top end. It's an expensive stock. 1120 top end. We're back to 1080. Looking like it may want to break day lows as well, guys. Back over to you.
Thank you very much, Brandon. And like, if Pinterest does go here, I mean, I was talking about like an 83.50 level, and I'm gonna have to be watching it if that's gonna be the case. If it can bounce, I want to catch it on the way down, not necessarily.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright, so it's coming back down. I'm getting in right now.
Front of a moving freight train, and you mentioned, Brendan, there is that gap that it certainly can fill. There goes 45 again on Tilray. I would have loved to see a more actionable price, something I like a little bit better.
It looks like we're bouncing right now off that level.
So I'm glued to Pinterest now. If it does fail to hold 83.50, it's probably not going to be a trade for me on this one, guys.
Okay, good call there. Yeah, I mean, you talked about Pinterest earlier. You've liked that name for a while. So, yeah, guys, interested on Pinterest, definitely have a look there. Good name for sure. And then that Microsoft tie-in, although no company has agreed or, I guess, commented on it, as you mentioned there, Neil. So, good little look there. We did dump our AMD. I mean, we're very, very light on it. We do have few shares on AMD right now, but nothing to really write home about. So let's just wait to see what happens now on AMD to the downside here. So we do have that trade, and we're just going to wait on it. You know, again, here it comes right back up. So 92, we'll just defend 92.
Okay, so it's bouncing off that same bottom right there.
Now, so thank God we go backflips on this one. We turn our day completely around on this Uber rip.
Order filled.
I'm out right there.
Protected it. We've never really got out on the downside. I mean, you're seeing some outs here, but now we're starting to go upside here on that one. So nice little trade there on Uber. Yes, sir. A 75-cent win right now on this name. So let's get some out. We did have some problems up here. We'll take another piece out now and then see if we can retest that 63.50.
So I did just get in, and I'm gonna end up having missed this by a little bit here, guys, on Sundial for you. Well, sorry, not Sundial. It's on my brain, man. I can't get away from it. It's Pinterest here. It does bounce right off 83.67. So I said don't jump in front of it. Catch it on the way up instead of the way down. If I literally just put a bid in front of 83.50, I would have been picked up and in the money $1. Instead, I buy it after the fact. We get 84.47 to 46 is my average price here. If it breaks low today, I mean, below the day is 83.70. I like 83.50, so my stop is going to be below that price. Hopefully, we get a VWAP retracement. That's what I will be looking for on this particular trade. Yes, I could have had it 70 cents lower, a much, much better entry price. But as I said, for risk purposes, sometimes I like being on the right side of the momentum on that play. And you're going to give something up to manage risk. That's always going to be the case. Brendan?
Another one that reported earlier this week, Finvolution, FINV, just popping up here.
So we're just trying to bounce right there.
Again, it's a 5% today.
We'll wait. It's a bit choppy.
Good, Tuesday, I believe, for FINV. Guys.
Involution, yeah, good name. I like that name. Yeah, very, very creative. Okay, so AMD, we took some more out at 50. We're just going to watch this one go through. Check back on Afria. It's still at 21. There's some bids here. Like, I don't know what. This kind of looks a little bit fishy, but I guess not. I mean, these guys are going to take these shares. So some protection here at 21 before it's gone. Like I just said, it's not that fishy because when you're doing 30 million shares, it can just chew right through this. So here we go to the downside. Here goes Afria. Still making moves to the downside. So I guess we can always check back here in on Tilray.
It just broke the lows, and also Sundial just broke this little wedge it was forming here at 310. I finally got some. I tried to get some on the 310 break. I finally got some liquidity at 308. So I'm actually in a new position here, and then it immediately bounces on me. So I gotta watch out. The top of this range was literally all the way to 330. That's a lot of room to be holding an 8 short, Brendan.
I see a couple people talking about Bumble, guys. It's an IPO today, so obviously not going to open with the market. If you're new to IPOs, it takes a while to get them open sometimes. So no update yet as far as price on Bumble. We'll talk about indicated prices as they come in as we get closer, guys.
All right, so we're just hoping it happens on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be perfectly honest here. We have no control of when BUMBL will open up, but we know that we like it, and it should be a good one. And just to show you what it looks like, if you're just joining us for the first time, here we often try to talk about IPOs, and we love IPOs. It's just that this is what it looks like right now. And if we have the imbalance locator up, which I'll call up for you right here, this is sometimes why it's pretty useful for NASDAQ names, but I don't even see Bumble on here right now. So I don't think we're anywhere near opening up, or we're very close. So we'll just wait to see on that one. But right now, Bumble just not looking super exciting at all. And this is why we get out of Uber when it touches that 63 mark. We knew there was problems up here. So nice.
All right, so we're chopping right now.
And then on the downside here,
We'll see what we do here.
right now on Uber, almost out of everything.
I don't know why I'm not hitting any of these guys, but there goes Sundial again. We're talking about that 8 short. It's now breaking through 3 one more time, so we'll power it up. There's a level 2. What am I doing here, guys? Breaking through a couple of million shares at 3 even. Faded into it, so on that little consolidation at 08. I'm going to hold the last 20%. If it makes a push down to that 275, remember that is a double bottom. It's a big level there, and you're seeing the battles being waged here because it's short sell restricted. That's why you see a funky looking level 2. 275 monster level, guys. And look at that. On that situation, I mean, the trade is to go long when it breaks out 01s. I'm not even sure you could actually catch it there. That was really, really fast. You guys saw that live. When it's SSR, the offers stack up because they can't hit the bid. Short sell restricted.
Order
When
filled.
it breaks, boom, instant pop off like 4 or 5 cents for a day trader. That should have been free money, but I was in the short. Brendan?
Speaking of big pops up, 111.com. YI, we talked about this one yesterday. They're in the medical space, Chinese company. Deal yesterday for them to distribute some medical devices in China. 66% now for this thing. It was $30 in the pre-market. Guys were at 43.
I don't feel so bad about taking some Afria off yesterday, as we talked about that in the show, and I was like, oh man, I feel bad. And I talked about like, oh, you know, maybe there was something to that ratio and everything, but we knew Tilray was going to come down, right? So this was never going to be one of those long-lasting stories, in my opinion, anyways. So Afria coming back to the downside, this is why we took some off yesterday, and I talked about that in the pre-market. If you had the ability to do that, that might have been a good idea. And now you're seeing what's happened here to Afria. It was $30, man, before we even opened up today. And now you basically cut that in half almost. I mean, even though it's only 25%, that's because where we opened. In the pre-market, we were at 29.50, guys. So half of that is back to 15. So we could get there. I don't know if we do. If you are looking for a long, though, maybe some gets retraced back up here to 2030.
Bit choppy. I'm looking at it right now.
Pretty looking chart here for sure.
Order filled.
Sundial, I think, is a much cleaner look. But yeah, these breaks are just to the downside, as Neil keeps talking about.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be the name of the game, and I don't want to ignore some of these other moves. I know some of you are looking at Zom. I mentioned off of that 290, and then probably, like I said, I got up too early, so I was paying attention to Sundial, and that might happen a few times today. I still like this short. It's about to, well, it's trying to break down. It's 268. It's a random price, but it's tested it too many times not to have a look at it. I'll zoom it out a little bit so you can see. Zoom it out on Zom. It has been lower in the pre-market, and there was some low volume buying down around the low 260, so I might scalp some of it out. If I get 66, 67 on the short, if it breaks the low, I'll definitely take some out in front of 60 even, so like 62, 63 for like a 5-cent type of a win. But here comes 3 even again on Sundial, and I'm going to have this break if I can get it, because remember, short sell restricted.
It is short sell restricted, yeah, down. If you're ever down, so what we mean by that is if you're down that 20% or 10%, sorry, it's down 25%. But if you're down, I don't know how much Sundial's down. Afria right now down 30% and still going more. I said 50% maybe as a joke. Look at Uber coming right back to life now. So yes, sir, those pins lined up almost perfectly for us, guys. Oopsies on that Uber name. So that was a good trade for us. And yeah, and what I mean by that is we actually picked. There we go. What's going on there, Neil?
It was the same thing. You're hearing tables bang. It was the same thing. It was lined up on the offer at 301 on Sundial, and you had the massive bid, the massive offer battle because you couldn't hit that bid without the uptick. And then the second one broke. It's right to 12 again. So, I mean, I was sitting there and I was glued to it. I'm like, I'm trying to access liquidity, and I think I'm pretty fast. I mean, the gray hairs in my head could say otherwise, but either way, I couldn't catch it. And it's only a scalp trade. I mean, you're talking about getting 01s to trade it to like, I'd say 10.
Alright, so we're just waiting. I'm not really trying to rush. Took a bunch of small losses right now because of the choppiness. It is what it is. Usually whenever you're scalping off that level, especially the 800 EMA, you're going to see choppiness. So I'll take those few losses, you know? I don't really mind. Just going to stay focused and seeing what we do here.
Remember, it turned around on a dime at VWAP before, so watch for that 350 area on Sundial just in case it gets there.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Because I do think this is, like, Liquid 50 is coming down now.
Really happy with this.
It is choppy, I'm not going to lie, and it's probably because the 50-minute Liquid 50 is still rising right now, so once we start seeing a slope toward the downside, maybe we're going to start seeing some more momentum toward the downside. So MACD is still falling. RSITL is falling, so we'll keep an eye on this. I may need to take a bigger stop just because of how the choppiness is, but I may need to reduce my risk if I do that.
What's up, Brendo?
Just realized this is a little bit late reporting, but just see or saw OGI here, another one in the cannabis space, was halted in both the U.S. and here in Toronto. So I just got that notification that
Every
was halted.
single
So
day.
obviously not right now, but was earlier, guys.
Yeah, just watching Pinterest. I mean, it's still consolidating. Look, this did not break the low of the day. If it did, trust me, I would be out of this position. This is the dark hole that came. But it's showing some signs of, I guess, weakness or inability to bounce off this level. I love the consolidation. That can be a good sign for the long trade, but no reason to move the stop. Just got to understand that, thankfully, it didn't trigger. I mean, sometimes you might see a print down like that, a dark hole print that'll trigger my stop. That did not happen because of the type of stop that I'm using. If it goes to VWAP, I'll definitely get some out in front of it, like I said before. I want to go to that Pacific Biosciences if I can. Love that space, to be honest with you. It is a little bit whippy here, but now starting to make a little bit more sense. I mean, a couple of dips that have come in, side VWAP right at this 52 level that have held, trying to test those new highs. Let's go to the, if my chart would have loaded, see if it's no, my 15 not loading either. So I'll get that working for you guys to go to the higher time frame. Just keep in mind, this is a very volatile name. So it's calmed down here at 52, but this is the type of thing that can move $2 at a time. Looking at that bounce play, I probably wouldn't give it more than $1 or so. If you take that one in front of 52, which I'm going to try and do, try and buy that dip, work into the high of the day, and then you can play a high break a little later on if that's to your liking. But I like this one off VWAP, so I'm going to get my orders ready to go in the event of another dip.
So we just took out, and maybe a mistake, I mean, it might be a mistake, but we only have 5% left now of our AMD. Another good trade. I mean, you can see one entry here, and we're just massaging this trade. It's just bouncing off volume weighted average price.
Looks like we're trying to bounce right here. We could bounce off the Bollinger Band mean right here as well.
Volume down here. That's just in case we do get some of those volume spikes, and we're like, hey, what was that? And then
Yours, it looks like there's divergence. Not divergence, but looks like it's trying to come down now.
Some Afria there in the pre-market. I guess a little bit on my advice he mentioned, and then his own. I mean, Dale's a great trader that we've had. Very, very lucky to have on the show once, I guess. But obviously a very good contributor to our chat. So that's Daryl. Thank you so much. Daryl Flinch, I think it was. Yes, there it is. Oh, I didn't push enter there. I just said great, Daryl. I meant to say that before when you did have your comment there.
Order filled.
I'm in right now.
We are breaking now back down. I feel bad. I didn't get out of all my Afria as we talked about that, but I still think there's
Actually looks like it's trying to pull back down again.
Play any of these bounce plays here until we get some kind of confirmation that this move is over. And I mean, we have
And we're bouncing again, just like that. It's a bit choppy. I did just reduce my risk on it, so I have a bigger stop on it. So it's gonna kind of just include with the choppiness right now. So I'm fine holding it at the current moment.
Did absolutely nothing in the pre-market, guys. We're talking Kraft Heinz, KHC, now 7% almost. Just took out that last little high there on the day. So recent highs at least for KHC after decent earnings.
And I'm just going to come over to Zom. I talked about this one before. I'm going to go with, I don't know, we'll go with the Wiz. Well, look, it's a king, but you know when we call it the Wiz if you watch the show. Just mentioned that breakdown. Yes, I should have still been in the original short of Zom. I can go over that as to why I got out. There's not a good reason. But 268 break. Take most of it out. Still holding on to 40% because I like the short in this name. But this is that pre-market level I just told you guys about, 262. So I get out in front of it. 60%. Now we can hold on to the rest. If it comes back, and it looks like it's trying to come back up, if it holds this area here, and I'm talking about 68 back like a 72, that's good for a reload for me. Otherwise, I just get out and wait for VWAP for a better trade there, guys. But either way, Zom also working rather nice. I mean, it's nothing compared to what you're seeing on Sundial, because that stock is on a different level, but certainly a good one there, guys.
Honey, I'm coming home. And get the chicken ready, because here we go. It's chicken dinner wintertime. I like that one. There we go. Oh, I like this has some nice vegetables on the plate there. That's good, Rob. Okay, up to 63.70 there. What a great trade on Uber. Bang, 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 bang. All the way to the upside. Obviously, we turned positive on this Uber play here. Unfortunately, it didn't happen right away. We had to wait for it. So we did buy some bottoms there. We did have a nice little bottom. We talked about where that was. Down here at 60 and change. I hope you guys bought with me. Now you're just heading right to the upside on Uber. Taking out $64 right now. So hell yeah on this play, guys. We're super, super pleased with the way this Uber trade has worked out for us. Not super pleased that we got out of a little bit too much here, but it was having some resistance at VWAP. And then we hold a little bit of diamond hands there up to this level. And then now we have ho-hum, $1.50 winner now on Hubert. So not Saint Hubert's that we have here in Canada, but I think they're gone now. Maybe just in Quebec as we go. But that's a chicken place. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Nobody else would know what that is over there in the U.S. But now Uber going to the upside. We can watch Lyft. That's a good trade. Neo, I'm holding so small. You're going to see Neo on the board. I was just waiting to see if we can get back to 61. So if I hold a couple shares, it lets me watch it. But right now, Neo not doing anything. So those are some of my ideas. Like, I'm really working with ideas like one good trade, trying to find the best setups for you and trying to find the best plays. And this Uber one, although we had to wait through some pain, what a great pickup. Buy. And now we're at not all-time highs, maybe it is. We're definitely at days high right now, breaking through 64. This is that money shot that we wanted, walking on water over on this side, guys.
And I want to go back to this INFI because not every name on the watch list is something that we're going to definitely trade, but every one on that list is going to be a mover, and that's why it's going to be there. Now, this stock, look, it doubled, more than doubled.
Order filled.
And then came literally all the way back. And you don't really see that happen very often.
Order filled.
Upside halt, and
So it just got out right there. Looks like it's trying to move back higher for the day.
If it holds this price,
Choppy.
one of those potential rocket ship type of plays here, guys. That look, I'll take breaks. I used to only short these names, but you saw with AUBI, sometimes you just got to go with the price action. So if it breaks 6 even to the top, you'll see me go into a long trade. At any point, if it cannot hold that 490 low, certainly I'll jump into a momentum short there. But watch out, INFI, Infinity Pharmaceuticals. They had a positive phase 2 trial study. I mean, you don't usually see things retrace 100% off a pre-market move like that. The fact that it did and still wants to be bought up here, yeah, I got to play the momentum on that one. So looking for a 6 even break on INFI.
All right, guys, where's all my Canadians at right here? I just saw Swiss Chalet greater than St. Hubert's. I agree with that one. You guys fired off. If
St.
you're
Hubert's
at the
has
end of
better
the
sauce.
year. Let us know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the sauces. And again, it's just giving me feels because, like, I haven't been to St. Hubert's since I was super young. I don't think there's any in Ontario anymore, if not in Canada. You guys in Quebec?
Well, there was one, I don't know if it still is, but there used to be one in Quebec. I was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there's anybody in Quebec that may know about that, maybe there is one there. But I like St. Hubert's, and I haven't been there since I was a wee one. Which, as Neil said, I always tell my kids, I was like, you don't see any gray hairs. Daddy doesn't have any gray hairs. What are you talking about? And then they laugh and point out my numerous gray hairs. So thanks for that. What's up to my kids and my wife? I know they're probably watching, but get them to school. Our kids in Ontario go back to school in this region anyways. I know some are already back. They go back on Monday. Well, Monday's a holiday. On Tuesday. So that's kind of exciting in the Katina household.
Yeah, and new position alert. I just got into that pack B on the dip, so here it comes. Now I already have my orders just in case this one actually goes through VWAP, crushes through like 51. But I want to play this off of the current high is going to be 53.70. Certainly the recent in the last few minutes here, my 1 minute, it stalled out at 53.18. So it'll make some sense to get some out around that 53. Catch like a 50 to 80 cent type of a win, and then hold the rest of it for that high of the day. So in the pack, this is the first time I've actually made a trade this stock in a while, and tired of ignoring it. So it's up 13%. It's shown some decent signs of being a good dip buy. Hopefully VWAP can hold here. We got another one on the long side. Pinterest, it's still in the money, but it's still in that consolidation range, guys. So it's trying to gear up to go. Market's actually pretty flat right now overall, despite all of the action that you see. Yet another reason why everybody should be subscribing to the watch list, and probably a good time to remind you guys all. You guys wanted it, and we wanted to make sure that everybody got access to the list, and it was all for you that we did this, guys. We have a website now, so everyone change over. Make sure you don't wait till the last minute, like when we update versions of Pro 8, Brad. Never wait till the last minute. Do it right away so that you're getting to this website and getting that free watch list every single day. The keyword is free. You can sign in with Google or Facebook, or just drop your email in there. Either way, the keyword is it's free. So I'll take that one off. Where's my coming up off, guys? Oh, there it is. Sorry, so I'm trying to find my coming up off on there. So you get that out of your face. Make sure you sign up. It's a good one. Pack B, I don't think made the list. It needs to shortly here because it's definitely a fast-moving stock. So I said 53, first target, get that order out, locked and ready to go. Top end of the day, I would take a break, but that'll be a separate trade.
Okay, Neo just continues to fall down. I mean, even though I am holding some shares here, I'm not going to wait past 61.50 or 61 even. It's at 61.50 right now. Yeah, thanks for the shout out there on St. Hubert. Apparently, Neil, strong and going great in Quebec. So thank you for that one, guys. As you go, yeah, lovely province, lovely everything. If you haven't been to Canada, there's so many different things to see here. Check back on Cardano. I know a lot of you are looking at that one. Now to 93. It was 90 in the pre-markets, are now up to 93. There is no pre-market in crypto land, but I just want to check on that one as a lot of you guys are looking there. And then once again, guys, thank you so much. We're almost at 4,000 likes. If we can get that in the next couple minutes, that would be fantastic. Hit that like button. We'll throw to Valeria in a minute. She's almost back, guys. She is almost back in the building. She's with us right now in spirit and visually there. Oh, you have the green shirt on, Valeria, today. No wonder we're crushing it.
Hey guys, indeed, I'm back so soon, and I miss you all there so much back in the studio. So guys, please support, hit thumbs up, and show the power of our great community. We have almost 12,000 of viewers. Welcome everyone, and please show us some love. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Quickly, I just want to forget. I do not want to forget. We do have the Ask Us Anything there, Neil. You can take this over, but I just want to give a big shout out to Ryan M. Thank you so much. It's the only thing you can pay for here, and it's a $5 to $4.95 membership, and it just gets you to our twice monthly. What is that called? Bi-monthly, I guess, or bi-weekly?
It's bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
No,
AMAs.
I'm a stickler, right? Because it's more than 4 weeks.
Right, you mentioned that before. Yeah.
You know, it's whatever. It's every other Monday, guys, that we're gonna be doing it for you. I just missed a quick little rollover on Sundial because I don't want my price or I'm not gonna get it. I went to 47 and I tried to get like mid 40s on this little turn here. I anticipated we talked about 350 and VWAP, but if I shorted it 340 or sorry 330.
Okay, so it's pushing back up right now.
And it breaks upside.
We're just waiting basically. So eventually I do think it's gonna come down. We'll see. I'm not gonna try to predict anything or be too focused in one specific direction.
Sometimes you're not fast enough, and I feel like I've had a couple of these shorts on pullbacks, but I just missed that last one. And I know I said I was going to take the trade. The only reason I'm not in it is because I did miss the entry point. Oh, it's already 10:20. Okay, time to go to the small cap recap. Let's go to Brendan.
Go, Brent.
Hey guys, yeah, small cap time. We'll talk about a few things I was looking at this morning. Microvision, the first one we mentioned on the watch list, a huge run up today. I mean, I said 40% on news that the company's a little bit further ahead than expected on manufacturing and production. As I'm talking, obviously this thing's at day highs, which is also all-time highs, but did give you a nice flush. So profit taking at the open this morning, $20, pretty obvious pivot here from the pre-market. So I was just working off $20 here. We got all the way down to $17.40. So take your pick on the way down there. Was a pretty good flush off the open. IGC, talked about this one as well. 375, I pointed out yesterday's high came into play right at the open, gave you a really good spot to load up.
It's called Trader TV.
So 340
Anthony.
We're all the way down to about $3.
You can search it up on YouTube.
CIU, very thinly traded. Be careful as you are going to touch this, but 16 and 15 was this consolidation. So top 16, 15 the bottom. Broke that early on, and we're at $9 now. So yeah, I was short $14 on that. It's at $9 right now for ACIU.
Yeah, it looks like we're bouncing up. So I do think we're gonna continue going higher.
Yeah, I mean Pinterest is.
So we'll see.
But it's again, you see this chart. I mean, you're seeing a bit of a downward trend. Obviously, it's up 5%.
I mean, like whenever the liquid 50 is like that, whenever it's sloping up, and you're trying to sell it, it's really difficult to do it just because of how again, just because of how the momentum is shifting on the momentum is at on the 15-minute time frame. So it's more data on the 15-minute instead of on the 1 minute. So you really need to have both biases and correlations to each other.
I'm willing to buy back in if it's going to hold a higher low or even that 83.50. But until that actually happens, going to stick to the plan that we had before. And that's the same thing with that PAC-B. So yes, it's drifted in the money here. It bounced off VWAP. That's great. Until we get closer to 53, when we can take like 50 to 60 cents on the first little bit, we'll do that, and then the rest out to bring that higher today. So PAC-B so far in the money. Pinterest.
Appreciate it, Omar. Appreciate it.
Actually,
Just take a look at that real quick.
As I was talking about that, Pinterest actually gave me the win in front of VWAP there, guys. So finally, some of these trades take a little bit longer. Not everything is in and out in a matter of seconds, like Sundial, and it's 1.1 billion shares at 10:20. That's an insane number. That's an absolutely insane number. This is going to do so much volume today. I mean, you know who's winning?
What was it? Yes. Yeah, the market. Yeah, NASDAQ. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
NASDAQ, they're loving life here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look
Let's
at
take a look at
NVDA
this.
there. I mean, it's not even, You know, we can look at it right now. Why not? Let's educate now. Look, Nasdaq gets revenue, obviously tape revenue off fills and things like that. So NDAQ now, you can see Nasdaq not doing anything. Let's check out a daily chart though here on Nasdaq, and you can see a nice little move.
So you got it from, you got divergence right there in the bottom. You can see it break toward the 800 EMA. You took it on the break of the 800 EMA.
Trade volumes that have been going through, but
And something to look at too is how the EMAs are kind of just clustered together. That's something to kind of be unique, because again, guys, like if you guys watch the course, like whenever the EMAs are clustered, you know something's about to happen. Like, you know, I'm gonna make this into a strategy, I think, because like I've seen this is a pattern that it's literally very powerful. It's like a breakout pattern where whenever the EMAs are closer together, it's going to break out either in both directions, but, you know, most likely toward the direction with the most probabilities that you have, right? So, you know, right there, you can clearly see that the indicators are, you know, the EMAs are closer together. So eventually you saw that breakout and it came all the way up here, gives you 1R, bounces off that 200 EMA, comes all the way down, and then it gives you a red or green pattern. It says minute 1 wrist box, so you use a wrist box, bounce off the 200 EMA. So this would be actually a level 1 reset. So if it's a level 2 is whenever the 8 and 21 EMAs are basically in the upshift. Whenever they reset, somehow during the trend, then it's automatically going to be a level 1 reset whenever it bounces off that 50 or that 200 EMA. So you can see that, you know, you got standard wrist box on that. It gives you a really great risk to reward, right? And then just basically comes all the way back up. You got that TDI rising, you got that MACD rising on that level 1 reset. So you got, and as well as the level, as a level 1, the primary level 1, as you could say, that you have marked up right over here. So yeah, I mean, really good time frame. You definitely had a lot of risk to reward toward the upside. So yeah, good job to you. Close on level 2, so pretty slow. Good job, you, Omar. That's a good trade. You know, you definitely got a lot of risk reward on this, as it starts to move and break toward ADR. So this is an actually really good trade, because right now your JPY, if you go here, your JPY, come on. So right now on Euro JPY, we're literally at that zone right now. So, you know, it does have a potential on breaking toward that zone and continuing going higher, because we just broke toward this high and this high right over here. So, and not this high, but we still have a lot of potential on, you know, breaking through ADR and through the zone. So, you know, we'll see what it does throughout the day. Nasdaq is trying to come down again, but yeah, good markups on that, Omar. Really good markup. Okay, Nasdaq is just shifting back down. All right, so we're seeing some momentum right now. Let's go. Let's see what we do here. Looks like it's bouncing back up. All right, I'm distracted. I'm distracted. I'm getting distracted. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, so I do think like it's choppy right now, so we'll see what we do here. Eventually, I do think it's gonna come down. Again, Nasdaq is a quiet instrument. You gotta just wait patiently for it. All right, now we're seeing break right there. Hmm. Interesting.
What do I have? 28s actually. Okay. We have 28s off that 25 break, so pay a little bit in slippage. That's what's gonna happen. And then we get out 57s. That's 30 cents. And then we get out 70 there. That's 50 cents. So now let's wait to see what it does to the high side right now. Looking to break higher on Afria. We do have it. We're gonna take some more long through 21.75 if that does come through, Neil.
Yeah, and I just got some fill here, like for a 40-cent win, which consolidation on PAC-B, I'm just going to have to go with this here. I'm throwing a winning trade so far to the gates of hell because of how much it's slowed down. But it's just lack of volume. Like, it just continues to taper off in terms of volume. The bounce off you up so far, decent. But I'm going to tighten the stop up. I'm going to give it to this 51.75. It's having all kinds of trouble retesting the highs. And because even if it goes there, that's fine. I'll take maybe like 30 or 40 cents less overall in terms of gross win. I'm likely looking at a top end break as long as the volume picks up to the upside on this particular name. Slowing down a heck of a lot so far, at least recently, and I'm saying that with a grain of salt because it's probably going to explode if it breaks VWAP, is this sundial. I'm still watching for this 350 level. I know you guys like VWAP on the chart. I mean, I have it as well. But more important are some of these round lots where you do see bigger size get thrown around. There isn't, and I can't really scroll far enough, but I can tell you there isn't a ridiculous level there now at 350. But if it does sort of pick up, and it's large enough, 3, 4, 5 million types of shares, then I might short in front of it. Otherwise, I'm probably looking for a long break as long as we're holding this tight range. There's a higher low. Remember the halt price? When a stock holds that halt price short or to the upside, you know, when it halts to the upside and holds that top, I'm usually thinking short.
Yep.
Now when I see that double bottom, I'm thinking it can turn into a long trade. That's why I would take a 350 break. But on the flip side of that is if at any point today 275 goes, I'm shorting sundial through 275. That is a double bottom that I will not ignore given the weakness.
Order filled.
All right, I'm getting in right now.
Okay, guys. As we go,
We're getting in. Let's go. Let's see what we do here.
On the board that we want. So, okay. So Uber, that was what I want to talk about. And sometimes we get a little sidetracked with some other things. But Uber right now, it does make that high. We do get out there. So that was a good out for me. At the high side, we're holding very, very small. We're holding that 5% left on this move. So a big $3 winner there on Uber to take that out. So that was a great trade for us. And now I'm going to average it. So if we can get some in the 60s or 70s here, we'll take that. And then we'll watch out for this VWAP down here, 62.50, and just hope that we can get some bids filled. And then watch out for that VWAP, and we'll see what happens down on that side of things. Just check back in on Afria. Good trade for me. Long there. We'll take out another little piece here. But I do want to go longer. I'm just double checking the price. 21.80, basically this high that we just.
Okay, now we're look at that drop. Let's go. Let's go.
Take this guy long
Coming down again. Let's go.
So we're gonna put an order out to get out of some of these shares near that 21.80, and then if it breaks higher,
Come on, baby, push.
Through 21.80. So that's my Afria play. You can check back here on Tilray.
It's not pushing. It's taking its sweet time.
Neil was right. It hasn't been accurate the whole time. but we called that this morning to watch out for Tilray and watch out for Afria, obviously moving side by side. It's supposed to be 0.83 Afria shares for Tilray, sorry, the other way around. Tilray shares for every Afria share that you own, and then it converts over into one symbol. And apparently, I guess there's still regulatory issues with that. That is not settled down, or else these would be trading lockstep. So we will watch out for that. But that's that, man. I mean, we're still watching these cannabis plays. It's been big for us today. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's Neil's #1 stock. Afria is my only red stock. So look over to Neil today if you need some of those.
It's just Sundial.
It's just Sundial. How many shares now?
It's done 1.2. It's still under 1.2 billion.
Oh, there we go. Bumble looks like maybe 61. I don't know. Did I just steal your thunder there, Brendo?
Yeah, indeed. The first number, here we go. My window wasn't cooperating there as well. Yeah, the first number here, guys, we're getting 61 on the possible open here for Bumble.
It doesn't seem crazy to me, though.
That isn't that crazy. 43 to 61. I mean, that's not. We were sitting there thinking it could be a double up because we've seen that in the past. But thank you, Brendan, for bringing this to my attention. NVIS just turned off of all-time highs here. It broke 2150. It came right back in.
Yep, super choppy right now.
High right here with 2075. There was a consolidation on the way upside. Now it's trying to hold this level. If it breaks lower, I'd give it to like a 50 or so. But I want to see if I can buy this dip and NVIS. Looks like a strong one. I still haven't been able to get into that INFI. It's still very, very close to $6. It's at 570. It just keeps rounding out that top. If it gets taken out, I'm going long on INFI through 6. It just can't seem to make that final push through just yet. When it does, or if it does, I will have that long.
All right, guys, let's do this again, guys. We'll do a bang here, as you can see now. Look at this pickup. Like, again, you know, some shows, they just put marks on pages and they say, oh, you know what, I have the long there, and I say BS. But this one, guys, we have this one, 61.19. We talked about putting orders downside, going to defend that 60.50 level, so we start early and take it right there. The kind of day that we're having, man, I can put on risk, so let's just do that. And then there it is out here, 45s. Now we're ripping to the high side. Let's see how far Neo can go, man. But once again, just another big banger winner for me here on Neo. 40 cents now in the money, 80 cents in the money on Uber, and looking to go higher, hopefully. And then Afria, not doing much here. Still a little bit of shares here, 40% left on our initial spot, but I'm looking to get out near that 80 mark and possibly go long up there as well, but it's struggling a bit. Mr. Wickens.
There are multiple changes on this, guys. I'll keep updating it. At the bottom of the screen there, went to 65, now we're back to 61 again. For Bumble, but this is Redfin. Redfin reported positive earnings. Another one in the real estate group, so a nice pop here. Just seeing volume coming in as well through 96 to 97 for Redfin, up 11%.
And we'll go with this one because I don't use this one enough. Had to wait a little bit for Pack B. Now, some trades, like I said, you'll have to wait, and other ones you have to wait for them. This has just been in a bit of an upward trend. The volume not nearly as crazy at 3 million, but it bounces off you up. Could I have had a better price? Yeah, probably if I've been a little bit more patient. It just finally got to this 53 level, so I'm able to get like 70 cents in the second leg. I will get out of it, like I said. I will get out of this trade before it gets to the high of the day, and then look to the high of the day break, which is currently 53.70 for its own trade. So, guys, I am going to get out of this bounce off VWAP only because I'm looking to get back in, and this takes up the high of the day on Pack B. But add that to the win column. Pinterest, still.
All right, so I think I'm gonna end the stream right here. I'm gonna get some more water right now, but it's choppy. It's gonna take its time. That's part of a trader's job, just waiting for kind of the setup to just present itself and just kind of again just formulate, you know, just wait for it, just wait for the setup. So it's choppy, as you can see here, very, 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 very choppy. Right now we're literally at break even for the day, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I am a little bit pissed about that, but hey, you know, it is what it is. We were expecting a continuation of this move. It made sense. The idea made sense. But it just did not have a lot of power to continue going up. Just, it is what it is, you know? But yeah, hope you guys are having an awesome day. That's pretty much it for today's stream. Looking at EuroJPY, it looks like there's a second leg up right now, so we could see maybe a continuation on EuroJPY. We'll see on that. Yeah, like I said again, Nasdaq is really choppy, so maybe we'll see a breakout soon on the direction. So it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. Nice job on Omar on taking your JPY. Very clean trade on that. And I'm calling it a day. At least for the stream, I'm still going to be trading. Still going to be looking at Nasdaq and seeing what we do here for later on the day. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, yeah. Wildcard Friday. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Look out the course.